Hi, my name is Harshan, and I help people and businesses use AI to save time and to make their businesses and lives better. In this video, I'm going to talk about how I use AI as a second brain to probe and critique my understanding on things to better enrich and deepen my hold and comprehension and overall understanding of things in general. Use this and demonstrated it via ChatGPT and show you a free way of doing it and also the benefits of the subscription plan for 20 USD per month. So let's get started. First, you go to chatgpt.com and I recommend that you create an account. And to create an account, you just click on sign up for free on the top right and follow the bouncing ball from there and fill in the required details. I've already created an account, so I'm just going to straight away log in. And I've attached it with my Google account details, so I clicked continue with Google. Let's just wait a few more seconds for it to load. Okay, there you are. So now the first method I'm going to talk about is just pretty much opening a new chat to ask your questions. And this is a new chat here. And what I usually do is I use AI as my second brain to critique my weekly performance and what I've done and to help probe ways that I could have done things better and to essentially have a deeper set of reflections there. So I'm going to use that as an example. So I'm going to enter all the daily accounts I've written for this year so far in terms of what I've done in terms of the business, which is all recorded within my Notion CRM right here. And I'm going to go ahead and copy all of this. Let me go ahead and copy all of that and enter it into ChatGPT right here. And pretty much what I'm going to do is at the start of the prompt, I'm going to give it a specific pretext. I'm going to say the following is a summary of all my actions within my AI consulting business for this year. I want you to critique it and prompt me with 3 to 5 further questions to enrich and deepen my understanding and strategy to better help my business grow and serve my clients better. So there you go. And basically the key theme of this is you can put whatever you want, just as long as within the prompt you ask it to critique you with 3 to 5 further questions to enrich and deepen my understanding. That's a critical thing that helps you go beyond surface level prompts and have a more interactive and engaging experience with the actual AI. So let's go ahead and look at its answer. This is a solid, honest operating log. It tells me you're not lazy, you're not focused and unserious. I'll break this into 1 critique, key patterns, and 5 sharpening questions. And let's just quickly go over on a high level what you're doing well. You're consistent in motion, you're building leverage assets, you care deeply about client experience, and where things are leaking energy and momentum, you're over-engineering before demand is validated. You're mixing 3 different games at once. That's in terms of my outreach. Your offer is rational but emotionally sharp. The deeper pattern beyond this, the mismatch is subtle frustration, second guessing, tool-induced procrastination. 5 questions to deepen your understanding and sharpen your growth. If you could only win clients from one channel over the next 90 days, which would you choose? This refers to the different means with which I go ahead trying to find clients for my business and people to help out. This is the second question. What specific moment in a client's week feels most frustrating? The moment they complain about loud. And the third one, which 20% of your current actions have produced any external signal? Number 4, if a prospect said this sounds interesting, but why you? What's the non-technical answer? What would good enough and shipped look like for these? And then the final thoughts. yeah, and again, the key theme that I'm trying to demonstrate here is just that interactive layer that helps you go back and forth with ChatGPT to really go deeper down. And if I was to do this in a real fashion to get a bit more understanding, I'd go back and forth with this particular chat and ask more questions and answer them and continue down until I get a more distilled understanding of where things are and where I can improve. And that's something you can do for free. And the only limitation you have here is the extent of your context windows. But context windows are pretty long, and you should be fine to enter weeks worth of chats like that and still get valid reflections there. Now, the next tier that I recommend, which I think is a really high return on investment, is if you go into ChatGPT and just sign up for the Plus plan, and that gives you the ability to create projects. And what you can do once you have projects is you can essentially go to this tab window here, which says projects, click on a new project, type in a name, let's say test 123, create the project, and there it's created. And the benefit here is you can contain several different chats within the project, so that all of your ramblings are centralized one and in a certain location. And whenever you keep asking questions of ChatGPT, it references all those chats to come up with answers for you. And yeah, that's a way of organizing and making its response more tailored with your contextual history of how you've interacted with it. And the way I use this is in several ways. I have one for my business, my brainstorming there, one for like mental strategy and ways to approach and things like that, psychology sort of stuff. And then I also have a physical project where I treat it as my own personal trainer, where I log what I've done for the week in terms of my body, any injuries, any little niggles and things like that. And it uses that as context to help give me good advice and input on how best to tailor my training to achieve my goals. And I have several different other projects as well. And yeah, you could do the same thing here. And I hope that's been really helpful. And the key theme that I want to come across in this video is that the best way to use ChatGPT is to be interactive with it as much as possible. Treat it as if it's a second person, and ask it everything you want and prompt it to ask you back questions. So you collectively deepen and enrich your understanding of all this. Thanks for listening, guys. Please put down in the comments below your thoughts or what other videos you'd like to for me about. So yeah, keen to know your thoughts. Thank you. Bye for now.